cool. I'm good. We're good?
We're good.
Everyone's good? Awesome.
I think so.
Cool. Well, let's like fucking introduce ourselves. I'm Miguel. This is Infinite Downloads.
Do you want to do the intro?
Yeah, let's do it. I think I forgot it though.
Do it.
We have to do it because the whole intro is...
Yeah.
We passed it.
Do you guys have music?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Start over.
Where that?
Yeah.
That kind of sounds...
What happened?
How'd you guys come up with the name?
I felt like you can receive infinite downloads with the shit that we're talking about. I don't know, like an infinite amount of downloads, like,
Yeah.
you know?
And it's very,
I hated the name for a long time. Yeah. Yo,
Here,
text
here.
too.
I won't get mad at you.
Thanks. What's up?
I like it.
This is our friend, Marvin, his music. This one's called Foreign. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. What is infinite downloads?
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Alright, cut it. 1, 2, 3. Are you ready? We're ready?
Ready.
Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Infinite Downloads, a space where nothing is off limits.
And everything is possible.
Sit back and enjoy interesting conversations with interesting people.
I guess I'm interesting.
Yes, you are, man. Welcome, Tazz Carter. That's your name, and
Brandon Alaman.
Brandon Alaman. You guys know him, but we don't know him, and that's why we're here right now too.
What's up?
You know, Tazz. Tazz is my teacher. I've practiced with you yoga for a long time, huh? 4 years or something, 3 years, 2
Yeah,
years. Who
yeah.
cares? Who cares? You know. The point is that I'm continuing going back, and I take what you give me. You know, it helps me out in life. But yeah, man. How did you start yoga? And like, how old were you when you started yoga? Well, don't tell anyone your age because, man, yeah, everyone guesses Tazz's age, and it's so funny the range that people say. But
Yeah.
How did you start yoga?
Way back when P90X first came out, you know, I was yeah, Jesus.
I was like a kid, freaking.
Man, that changed the game.
Yeah.
You know, that to me that was when they still had what I would call real workouts. You know, no 45-minute express shit. You know, everybody wants everything quick. But I was a personal trainer at Bally's, and we were trying to they were thinking about implementing, you know, the new system. Just like Zumba took over everything, they were going to put in P90X. So they gave it to us to beta test. And man, first of all, yoga was the longest one. All the workouts, 45 minutes to 60 minutes. Yoga was 90. Not one weight, not one warm-up, no jogging in place. I destroyed myself in my living room, and I couldn't understand. With the background that I had, you know, movement.
Breakdowns.
Man, breakdancing, flipping, jumping, climbing, everything movement. Yoga destroyed me. I couldn't get it right. It felt like I couldn't stand up correctly. That's what it felt. And I'm one of those people that if I feel that I should be able to do it well and I don't, it intrigues me. Mm-hmm. And I love the amount of how much I suck at something that I think I should be good at, you know? And I go back to work, chefing, on the chef path, telling everybody if they've tried yoga, if you think it's only for girls and stretching, do it. Do it. I don't care if you can do 100 push-ups straight. Okay, do it. My chef, she took hot yoga at the time. She heard me telling everybody. She invited me to my first class. After that, I fell in love, you know.
The first class
and
I took?
it was just long enough to where I did the same yoga on P90X to where I could go in class and not be completely brand new, because the practice is a 90-minute basic practice. You just build. You do everything that people think is regular yoga. You just do that, you know. And man, first class we went to, heated 90 minutes. Time frame, I was ready for. The heat, I was not. And immediately, this is why when I say in class, people, Drink your water. Don't let it be about the heat. If you don't breathe, you'll die. First class I went into, it made me feel like I was at track practice in high school. Soon as I walked in there, I was like, holy shit. If I don't breathe, I'm going to pass out. So I didn't give a fuck what we were doing. You know, wait, can we cuss on here?
Of course.
All right.
Yeah,
Because
we
I talk
that.
naturally.
Yeah,
I don't,
Yeah, us too.
it's not belligerent, but it
course.
just flies.
Of course.
All right. But yeah, man, that was the first thing I thought about. If I don't breathe, I'll pass out.
I think that's an interesting point because sometimes a lot of people in yoga, I notice that they like kind of struggle with their breathing, which is the most important thing. Yeah. But if you're in the heat and you know that you're going to pass out if you don't breathe, it kind of helps put that emphasis back on the breathing.
Yeah, 100%. And this is what I feel has changed the most in yoga. Self-awareness. I feel like I got the last of the good everything. Even in school, you know, but my personal trainer, he used to tell us all the time, the guy who certified us, complete diet, complete fitness. You know, if you're in a rush to get a workout in, make more time for yourself. Why would you rush through the one part of the day that's going to benefit your everything? You don't rush through work. You stay there for the time that you need to stay there, you know, until work is done or the day is over. Why are you going to go to a workout feeling rushed, getting in what you can, and then leaving immediately? You know, that's not going to help you get the gains that you think that you're working for, you know, because you're in panic mode. And once your mind is in panic mode, your body is going to respond accordingly. You know, that's why when it came to the personal training and they used to tell us, don't push these people past where they want to go. Because if they depend on you to push them to get them to their goals, what happens when you're not there? Those people that depend on that workout partner, if your workout partner is sick, they'll actually, I've heard it, man, you've been busy and we've been lacking in the gym. How does their life changing stop you from going to get what you started in the beginning? You know, so my whole thing, I'm not going to push you. I'll give you all the options and let you decide what to take. I'm not going to leave you out either, you know, because everybody knows what it's like to be left out. Mm-hmm. You know, it's real easy to try and show a bunch of people what you're good at, but to try and show someone new, show them a different way of thinking, you know, like best one I learned from my trainer, pull-ups. He trained us how to train people to do pull-ups. And instead of just working really hard, mind frame, try to pull the bar down instead of pulling yourself up. Guaranteed, if you try and pull that bar down, you will get guaranteed immediate results that you didn't have when you were trying to pull yourself up. You know, and in a weird way, it makes a lot of sense because how easy is it to tear somebody down? How easy is it to tear down a house? How easy is it to tear anything down? It's hard as fuck to build it up. You know, going up is hard. So if in this aspect, universally, pull the bar down and you'll just go up, you know? Mm-hmm. But you can't treat people that way. And that's what happens. We pull people down to bring ourselves up. But
this is constantly during class, man. He's just spitting this amazing,
always, man,
amazing thing. So this is why, you know, we wanted to bring him on.
But that's beautifully enough. The yoga studio that I started at, they were the ones who implemented both parts. You know, yoga's not just in here doing crazy binds and inversions. You know, it does have a direct correlation to how you live outside your fucking yoga mat. You know, like yoga with all the handstands and the flipping, I never knew how much I held my breath. And I've been a conditioned athlete. Big part of conditioning is how fast you can recover. You know, how strong your breath and endurance is, which is cool when you're running. But if you're just standing there, or how much we hold our breath when we lift, when we get excited, when we get scared, you know, that same stuff shows up on your mat. And I've even tried to cheat the system.
How so?
When I first started yoga, I would do a handstand or a headstand or a crow. And as soon as I start breathing, I would come down. And I always thought it was as soon as I exhale. Because, you know, when we hold our breath, it's always on the inhale. It's always this one. So I would hold it. And then every time I had to exhale, I would come down. So my evil genius brain was like, fine, do the hard part on the exhale. So when you have to breathe, it's an inhale and you'll stay. Nope, same shit. Same shit. You know, same thing happened. And I had to learn, if I want to stay in that pose, your breath and your body got to work together, man.
Right.
It's crazy how it works. It's crazy. If you let it.
Yeah. Dude, I cried my first time doing yoga. Like at the
Really?
end. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know what. I think I kind of released a lot of tension. I was like,
Of course. We
In
store
here,
everything in,
Man,
you know?
that was the craziest thing that's ever happened to me in my yoga experience. Because you don't even cry because you're sad.
no.
You don't cry because you're angry. That shit just comes out. It just comes
Release.
out.
It's a release.
It just, man. And, you know, I asked my teacher, I was like, I didn't know how to ask them. Because, I mean, how can you ask a stranger, why did I cry? You know, I'm not angry. I'm not mad. You didn't do anything wrong. But, and I was like, you know, why do you have anything that I can go on why I started crying doing yoga? I'm not hurt. I'm not bleeding. You know, I didn't have a bad time. And she said the realest shit I ever heard in a yoga class first. Our body's tissue holds all of our issues.
Ooh.
Damn.
And when you move a certain way, it's going to come out. You don't know how, you don't know when, you don't know where, you know. And with me, depending on the hip class, it's either going to make me laugh hysterically or fucking boo-hoo. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
It's never just all right, today was hips. Nah. It's either extremely hilarious or boo-hoo. And I haven't cried in a hip class in a very long time. And I kind of attribute it to I released all that hurt that was in there.
Mhm.
I've had really deep hip classes where I have laughed fucking maniacally hysterical. And everybody else is grunting and shit, and I don't know where it comes from. I don't know how it comes. It's just, it's a big part of it is I'm doing this painful, crazy shit to somehow better myself. And to me, that's hysterical.
Mhm.
That's hysterical, man.
You said something one class, and it could have just not been you. I could be remembering it wrong, but we were like, I think, like on one leg, standing, and you know your foot's kind of like shaking, and you can kind of feel like each toe like kind of gripping the floor a little bit, like as you're kind of moving. And you said, love the dance that your foot is doing to keep you up.
Yeah, that was me. That was
Love
me.
the wobbles.
Yeah, man.
And I really like that. Like, I was like, oh, like, this is me struggling,
Look how
but this is
long
also me getting better.
Yeah.
Look how long that stuck with you. You know, this is a constant thing in yoga, man. Especially, you know, it's your practice, but sometimes, you know, you have a teacher that you really resonate, and man, they just constantly say things that really help you out. So yeah, man.
That's the one thing that I found the best about this. I didn't think that was gonna happen. I didn't think me being myself completely was gonna allow me to connect to so many other strangers.
Yeah.
You know, with little shit like that. And I understand now what that feeling is. You know, when you say that teacher said something and it sticks with you, I really believe that it sticks with you because it's something that you've felt for a long time, but you didn't know how to put it in the words that you needed.
Mhm.
And when you hear it from that stranger, it's like, that's what it is. That's what it is. You know, why wouldn't it? And a lot of us if you think about loving that dance that your foot is doing, trying to hold you up, you'll stop struggling. You know, you'll stop struggling and watch it. You know, yeah, your foot is down there dancing, but your face isn't, your shoulders aren't, your hands aren't. You know, there's a lot that's not struggling. Why only focus on the one struggle part? When that struggle is actually struggling because it's literally real time building to hold you up more stable. You know, so it's yoga played a really big part in changing my perception that was already what I feel completely different than a lot of other people. The number one change that I felt immediately, like when I started doing yoga, but I was still heavily into fitness, the ease and strength without the hard time and work. When yoga became a consistent practice and my fitness was just still as it was, I got stronger and faster a lot easier. And once again, I went to my teachers and I would ask. This is why I promote asking questions, because I'm that person. I'm not just going to take it on the head. I'm not going to just overthink it because I know I'm an overthinker. I'm going to ask them and just see what they say. I don't have to believe it. You know, I just see what they say and I ask them why would it be? Why has my fitness gotten easier since I started yoga? You know, and they were like, same thing I've told a lot of people. When you practice something and your foundation is bringing your mind, your body, and your breath together, when you use that vessel to do anything, that's all you're doing. Most of us, when we do fitness, you know, we have to think about how we're breathing. We have to think about how we're set up. And then we got to think about the depth that we're going to do. And then, God forbid, how many reps we got. You know, and then we gotta.
There isn't a flow?
No, not at all. There's too many individual parts.
Compartmentalized.
Right, to approach the same one system, and it makes sense to me because I'm an across the board type of person. You know, we are definitely not gonna get into politics, but my whole shit from a young age.
Yoga only.
I mean everything else except that shit because people get. This is why I talk about beliefs and having an idea. People believe in politics. And when you say shit that fucks with people's belief, they're willing to die for it. Literally. They don't care. They coming for you. They coming for everything. Whatever. So, but
don't
just.
Talk to me, I'll get you.
Man.
Oh, yoga your ass.
It's always the same thing. You know, this is why you can't have a good side and a bad side when you're one person. You know, there can't be a right wing and a left wing. It's still the same fucking bird. Period. 100%, right in your face. 100%. You know, so if working on your form, working on your breath, and working on everything that makes you essentially you, why wouldn't your strength and your abilities get easier because you're strengthening everything as a unit instead of just, you know, bench press for your chest or back or legs or for your butt.
Why you stare at the camera like that when you say
No, and it was beautiful. I'm glad it was silent because now the butt is the thing. When I was a kid, everybody wanted boobs. Everybody wanted the boobs. Now it's the butt. You can't build your boobs, you know. You can build your butt.
Marry the ass by the tits. I'm just kidding.
100%. That is the most 90s thing I've ever heard. That was the 90s right there. You know, but you know what's crazy, even touching on that a little bit, in the 90s, a lot of people, if you told them they had a big butt, that was an insult.
Yeah, fat ass.
Yeah.
Fat ass was
that was an insult. Oh my God. Sorry. White women took that shit to heart. To heart.
No, that's all everyone wants.
They'll buy it. But see, you can build that. That's what I don't understand. You can build a butt. You can build a butt that'll stay forever and actually help you. You know, but that's where we're at now. We would rather look a certain way quickly instead of build ourselves up to how we want to be. And that's what I feel also has changed the most in yoga. a lot of people want to do fancy poses. They want to get into the breathing. They think yoga is spiritual. When I started, yes. Not saying that it was promoted as spiritual, but it came from a place where it's oneness. Oneness is spirituality. You know, you practice on your mat. There was no fucking music. There was no mirrors. You know, if you really wanted to be in class and if you really wanted to hide in class, you went to the front because you can't see anybody. All you can see is the wall that's in front of you, you know, and you can't see shit behind you. And that's what the practice was about. We were this fucking close. You know, you can touch someone else's mat. Everybody knew it was going to be hot. Everybody knew it was going to be sweaty. So no one gave a fuck about the heat or the sweat. You know, you have sweaty people hugging each other. This person is coming into class. They're dry. This person is just left class. They know where they've been. They know where they're coming to. These people are friends. They will fucking hug it out. It's not like, oh, and you see it now. Friends see each other and be like, oh, I'm sweaty. I'm sweaty. Right. You did yoga in a hot class. I'm about to do yoga in a hot class. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's now I've never seen the shit that I've ever seen before. People love hot, strong power yoga and dislike sweat. Literally. You're dripping sweat yourself, but you don't want to step in nobody else's sweat because it's gross, bitch.
There's a review on Body for Yoga. I think it's about me, and it's like, never going to this class again. The person next to me was literally raining sweat, and the sweat was hitting me. That was. It's either one of three people. If it's old enough, it's either you, Brian, or Jonathan. Yeah. You know, but man, I hear the sweat dropping like raindrops just around me. But
that was another beautiful thing that I loved about yoga. First, in the hot classes, I didn't know your fingernails could sweat. Bro, we were in side angle and I looked up and it was like, are my fingernails sweating? Real shit. Yeah. Real shit. These are the thoughts that I was having in my first early hot yoga classes. First time in my life, my eyeballs got hot.
Wow.
I was like, my eyes are hot. They're fucking hot. You know, but I used to sweat just like that. When I first started, I would sweat just like that. And I used to bring a jug of water. And even when I came down here, I would sweat just like that. One of my favorite teachers, we're good friends now, but she would do the same thing. Please wipe up all your sweat, please, all your sweat. If you sweat a lot, please bring a towel. She was definitely talking about me. Yeah. Bring an extra towel to wipe your sweat. But it changed. The more you start to practice for yourself and hydrate and take that shit off of the mat, sooner than later, you're going to stop sweating so much.
Profusely,
yeah.
And if you let other things build, and then you go build, and then you go once or twice, if you go consistently and, you know, you take yoga outside of, you know, your practice and you... Because if you want to go to yoga, especially you have a bunch of 6 a.m. classes and stuff like that, you can't be out all night the night before. You know, yeah, you can be home. Like, you say you don't get that much sleep. You know what I'm saying? No.
I don't need that much sleep. But also, one of the best quotes I heard when I was older, you know, but it's Arnold Schwarzenegger said the shit. Sleep more efficiently. Yeah, sleep more efficiently. Listen.
What'd you say?
Get to the chopper.
All right.
Yo, hey. But, you know, he was telling people, if you really want that shit, you can have it all. You know, you can be out partying, but if you know you're going to go to that 6 a.m. class, understand, you got in at 3, you're going to go to sleep, get your ass up, go to class. Are you going to be able to do class like you did if you would have got great sleep? No. Yeah. But you have to accept what you did and also what you want.
Yeah.
You know, there is no excuse. Oh, I stayed out too late. No, you didn't. You just didn't want to fucking get up. You had no problem staying out late. The problem came from getting up. Yeah. You know, so this is why I tell people, don't set yourself up for failure. If you don't know, it's a no.
That's true.
100%. If you don't know, it's no. Yeah. Otherwise, you're gonna spend a lot of fucking turmoil. Just I should have went. I'm gonna try to go. I'm gonna try to go. I'm gonna try to go.
Try. There's no try.
There is no try. There is no try.
He's on a path right now, man. Not to freaking toot your horn and stuff, but dude, you've lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
You've been going to the gym.
I need to get back into yoga. Like having this conversation,
bro.
I'm like, I should.
He lives right next to us. Bro.
It was frustrating. It was frustrating too when I would do yoga because I had this big old fucking belly and it was so hard to like even get into certain poses because it was just in the fucking way.
Yeah.
I could dig it.
But you were still there, still sweating, and now
you just work around it, G. Like I tell a lot of people, the best thing you can do is just efficiently work around. Some people half-ass work around because they don't want to do the work, but like how you said you couldn't get into certain poses because the belly was in the way.
Yeah.
The mind frame that needs to switch is, what can I do because my belly is right here? You know, my belly is in the way. No part of yourself could ever be in your way. You just got to deal with what you got right now. Sooner than later, because of the path that you're on, it won't be in the fucking way, and you're going to destroy all this other shit. You know, and that's why I tell you got to look ahead. Because if the belly is in the way, and you want to do it, and you on that path to where the belly ain't going to be in the way, that should excite you to what you're going to try as soon as that shit, you know? Yeah, and then on that journey, you're trying to see, still, all right. Do it how you can.
Closer.
Right, 100%. And like, you'll never know when you get there. And I guarantee you'll be there before you think you should.
Right.
It took for me to take a class at this studio, the studio that Vanessa goes to.
Winwood Yoga?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're psycho there.
Really?
Yeah, but...
In what way? Like, with rules or, like, with the practice?
With the practice.
Okay.
With the practice.
Like, fun, crazy shit?
Yes, but very militant as well, kind of. Really? The place that I like it is because a lot of people there practice for the look. You know, so everybody does all the hard shit. Everybody wants to do the handstands and shit. So the reason I like it is because I can have my own practice and I don't have to deal with a bunch of people just staring at me.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I go.
Nice.
And
I have to definitely. I'm sorry, I cut everyone off.
No. It's fine. Yeah. Come. Like I said, I invited everybody. It's It's definitely an experience, but like sometimes when I take a break with you guys, they don't take breaks. And see, that's one of the things I like taking those classes that don't take breaks because I know my practice.
You see where you're at.
And if I teach a class like that, like people in that class in Winwood, they approach class like it's fucking CrossFit. Real shit. They do everything hard, and then 30 minutes into the class, they're dead. Like, yoga is out the window. No one's breathing, or they're breathing like they're running for their life and about to die.
They almost never breathe.
Never. And I know this, if I was to teach a class like that, you've been in those classes where people leave.
Yeah.
There's been one class. Well, there's been one class on 2 occasions. I lost the whole back row and then like 2 people. Real shit.
I was there for one of those.
Real shit. Yeah. And it's one of the things I don't want to tell people that they're scared and they're leaving, but how are you going to get better if you leave? Like, there's some people that hot yoga has become such a trend and such a demographic in the yoga community that there are people who only do hot yoga and there are people who completely swear against it. And that's right there immediately, that loses the whole yoga everything. You know, because if that class is heated, why can't you do it if you're supposed to be in there breathing and focusing on yourself anyway? You know, if it's unheated, why can't you build your own fucking fire by breathing? You know, do real chaturangas. You know, do that shit correctly and you'll build that heat no matter what. And people, they would rather hide behind that title. A lot of people don't like yin yoga. They think yin yoga is boring or it's for old people. Young people need yin yoga more than anybody.
Softer, slower? Like
you don't stand up.
Oh, you're just sitting down?
Whatever your favorite resting pose is, becomes your first challenge in yin. If you like pigeon pose and it's good, if you sit in pigeon pose for 7 minutes, you'll hate life. And it's one of those things that make you have to deal with yourself, your ego, and your body all together.
It's so funny, some of the things that, you do as a beginner, that you say, oh, I got it, and you look past it and you want to go to the bigger things. When you're in a class and you go back to that and you wait a long time in the simplest pose, it challenges you as you get, like you said, if you're in it 7 minutes, it's really nice.
The holding a glass of water, you can hold a glass of water out here for 30 seconds, but in 30 minutes.
Man. Exactly. Same deal. Just a glass of water.
What is, so can you elaborate on Shavasana? Like, that's a very important...
The last posture, correct? Yeah. Savasana.
I almost feel like it's like, you start almost like you were born when you first get there.
Mm-hmm.
You go through the ups and downs, and then you die, and then you go into fetal position and you're reborn.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Okay. Cool.
That's what it's supposed to be.
I feel like that's like my favorite part.
That's why most practices in the beginning, they start in child's pose.
Hey, this is awesome. I'm so happy.
And also, too, that's why, like, when you feel like you've done too much and you go to child's pose, that's what that's supposed to represent. As adults, we try and adult so much that we neglect that little kid inside of us. That little kid would not want you to be this unhappy, this stressed. Yeah. So when you get overworked doing too much, you come back to child's pose and then you restart. You regrow. You come back and you do the shit, and then, Savasana. Now, Samadhi, that is the euphoric state that you're supposed to come into, like, the purpose of Savasana. This is why Savasana is so hard, because we can't even stop fidgeting. And this is where my overthinking works. Because where a lot of people fidget their toes and move that shit, I'm so hyper aware of myself, I feel those fidgets. I feel when they're about to come. So I can actually sit still. Man, we did a class. I'm ready. I'm in there. And I think I know yoga. Because I've been practicing for a while, and well, no. I'm a person that loves unlimited. So if you give me an unlimited option, I'm either going to make you regret it, or I'm definitely going to get my fucking money's worth. So
I've heard you say that before in a class.
Yeah. Sure. Signed up for the unlimited yoga, and I was going consistently enough to where none of the poses that they were doing were foreign. And if they were, I understood enough to where I could get there. And that's how I got my cueing. Like, the studio that I came from, they cue a lot like I do. They leave nobody behind.
Dude,
nobody.
Your cues are just so simple, so on point.
Nobody wants to feel lost in anything that's movement. If you're in a dance class and the teacher is just like, move your feet. How? What do you mean? What do you mean? Move it where? But I was in this class, we was doing it. I thought I was getting better, so unconsciously I'm starting to put that fitness in there. I'm going for it. I've learned that I can kind of breathe in headstand and crow, so I'm fucking doing that anytime I get a chance. I'm not breathing. I'm not drinking water because, I feel I got it. We went to tree pose, which is not a hard pose. Bro, we came up. As soon as I put my foot on my fucking leg, I saw stars. I saw the stars. And, in class, the teacher will tell you, if you feel it, take child's pose. Guy mentality, sports mentality, strong mentality. And I think I got that shit. I'm not taking child's pose. I can fucking finish this class. It ain't nothing, man. First time I depended on yoga. I was like, all right, cool. Let's see if this shit worked. I am not about to pass out in front of all these fine-ass women. Real shit, bro. That's the only reason I took child's pose. I'll be damned.
Love it.
Me, And I was, I was like 26, 27. I was nice.
Damn it. Everyone's like, what the fuck? I thought he was 26 or 27.
But, took child's pose. I thought people were going to talk shit. You know, people don't want to take a rest because, you know, oh, I don't want to be the only one resting. Whatever. I wasn't going to pass out. My ego overtook my morals at that point. You know, I am not about to pass out in front of these people. Take child's pose. Come back, finish class. Already, class felt like it reset. You know, I had everything back. My breath, my balance, everything. Finished strong, took Savasana. Boy, I thought I was floating. I thought I was asleep, but I wasn't because I was conscious. But I felt like I was asleep, and it felt like my bones were just floating right in the middle of my skin. Like, I could feel the floor, but it didn't feel like I was laying on it. You know, I could feel my chest, but it felt like it was going up, you know, and I, once again, I asked the teacher. I was like, it felt like, I think I was asleep, but I wasn't. And they were like, yeah, that's samadhi. You know, that's the level of peace that's supposed to be, I guess, if anything, the goal of yoga. Really? Yeah, that peace of like a deep sleep, but the super awareness of it, like if you were just on Adderall. Wow. You know, you're aware of everything, but you can't feel shit. It's kind of like that picture, like that sticker.
Oh, right there.
No, with the holograms floating.
Wow, cool, yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Would you compare it to maybe like right before you're about to fall asleep, that little space right there where you're kind of having like all your last thoughts for the day? You're like about to fall asleep. You're like in between consciousness.
Yeah. When you don't know if you're asleep or not, you know, what's asleep?
You kind of hear things that are going on around you. You wake up the next day and you're like, yeah, I heard some shit going on around me like while I was about to fall asleep.
Yeah.
You know, like I remember that.
100%.
I wanted to touch on like asking questions. You know, when you ask questions, like the curious mind is a smart mind.
100%.
And you're going around asking all these questions. You're building a foundation, and everywhere you go, you're just gaining knowledge everywhere. Versus the person that just like takes things at face value, like, as you said, like takes it on the head. You know, it's really important to ask those questions because then you create a better understanding for yourself of the world around you.
100%. I completely agree. You know, and I feel like if you don't ask questions, especially the questions that are, everything is cool.
Yeah, everything's good.
All right. Especially the questions.
Did it change it? 1 second, I'm sorry.
It did.
A little bit.
It sounds kind of better though.
It sounds better, right? That's
Yeah.
That's the one we're all on. You were on a different one, but hey, you're the guest, so you were like fucking hype.
Yeah. That's all good. But yeah, man. If you don't ask questions, you will be victim of the chaos with lack of understanding.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I've heard that's where the peace comes from. You know, once you understand yourself, the chaos and the unknowing of your body, your mind, your everything, you can really feel at peace. You know, right. That's why I really feel within myself, I am very peaceful because I understand my shortcomings and the things that I'm good at, you know, and I try to tell a lot of people, I don't like the things I'm not good at, but I don't like them in a way to where I want to find out how I can be better at them. Like yoga. I sucked at yoga and I loved it because I didn't understand why. And the more I did it, I started to understand why I sucked, and I understood I didn't suck. I just was very in tune with my body. No matter what I thought I could do with it, I was just along for the ride.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like my awareness allows me to flip. But if I can't breathe on a handstand, what the fuck am I doing? You know, I'm athletically inclined enough to where I can flip. I have enough coordination to where I cannot fall. But if I can't breathe standing in place in a different way, what am I really doing?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so how you know yourself and what you do with yourself is very important.
It's almost like having a really tall tree that's very skinny. Like, you can do all these things, you can reach these heights, but you can't maintain them, so you don't have like the base,
the structure, the foundation.
Right.
Like it's all gonna come crumbling down sooner than later, and with less than what you think it needs.
Right.
You know, and that's where I feel we've gotten really, really comfortable. None of us step outside of ourselves to observe ourselves. You know, we always think, not even that we're right, we always think that we're okay. You know, this is me. No. Check yourself at the door. And if it is okay, can you do it a different way? Can you do it a different way and still have the same integrity? And if it's right, you should be able to. Me and my girl was just talking about this the other day, about how we get so caught up in what's right and what's true. You know, because these are very, very serious things of what people believe. What's right isn't always true, and what's true isn't always right. You know, so what's the fabric that we hold ourselves accountable to? If it's all circumstantial, what is really right? Just like the left wing and the right wing. What's really the issue? And at the end of the day, what we came to is there is no right, there is no wrong, and there's only your truth.
I think a big key to that is just compassion before understanding.
Oh, I'm glad you said compassion. I'm glad you said that.
Because you can have compassion for somebody without understanding them, but if you're fighting for understanding before you have compassion for them, that's where you kind of have this moral gray.
It's going to be a block.
Right.
It's going to be a block. Like, they say that bullshit, and I say a lot of these in class, you know, they say, oh, well, communication is the key to any relationship. Well, you can communicate all the fuck you want. If that person doesn't understand what you're saying, nothing's going to happen. That's a key for a lock that doesn't fit. You know, so that's, if there is no understanding, there is no compassion. And like you said, the compassion has to come first. Has to come first. Because if you're trying to understand somebody without that compassion, all you're doing is looking for them to say something that you already agree with. You know, that's it. And I asked this question a while back in class. Were you there when I asked the love and loyalty question?
I don't think so.
All right. What's more important to you in your life? Love or loyalty? Right. Right.
Yeah.
In a perfect world, you know, they'd be together. You know, you would love everything that you're loyal to, and you'd be loyal to everything that you loved. But we know where we live, and we know how we live. You can love your job and be loyal, a great employee. You're 100%. No one can tell me if the same job came along, more money, less responsibilities, your loyalty and your love is going to switch just like that. Yep. And if it didn't, you'd be stupid. Nobody wants to work hard forever. It's okay to work hard to get what you want, but given the opportunity, like I said, if you don't lose any integrity and you can do less and still gain more,
it's just being efficient.
100%. So what's more important, love or loyalty? I fucked up a lot of people with this question for a while. And then I built on it and talked with my girl. I found out in order for those two things to work together, compassion. If you don't have compassion, love and loyalty will always be separate entities.
Wow.
They'll always be what can that person do for me to be loyal to them, or how do they treat me so I can love them? Compassion. That's all we need, man. That's all we need is a little compassion.
And some hot yoga.
Everybody needs yoga.
Yeah, right?
Now, everybody needs
signing
yoga.
up tomorrow.
Everybody needs yoga.
Yeah.
Just because it's a great way to move that is not as egocentric.
Yeah. You go to the gym. I mean, do you still go to the gym and practice fitness like that, or do you only do yoga?
I don't go to the gym. I work out at home.
Okay. How long, by the way, do you see yourself doing yoga? Till the day that you die, or like what?
Till I can't.
Till I can't no more.
My plan, I'm going to teach yoga till I can't.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to teach Tai Chi and chair yoga.
Nice.
And that's what
chair
I'm doing.
yoga?
Yeah.
Like just sitting yoga?
Mm-hmm.
How about, I'm pretty sure we think we'll all have, and even if we don't, we all die, but, what's like your will? Like what do you, when you pass on? Because you're not afraid of death. You always talk about it.
No.
You look at it and it's like, hey, we will. One day we're born and one day we die. So, I just kind of want to know, like, what are your things that when the day that you check out, like, I don't know. Like a book, a legacy, or I don't know, where do you want to be buried? Like, I don't know.
Honestly, like I've touched on it a little bit in class, but what I'm starting to learn that is a value to me, like at one point we had no idea each one of us exist. Individually, we know that there's people out there. But you had no idea that there was a Tazz that looked like this. I had no idea that there was a Miguel that looked like that.
Exactly. I know what you're saying.
So we were completely oblivious of each other.
Yeah.
And then we became strangers in one place. Now we're friends.
Yeah.
And the fact that you would, on your own, want to come and talk to me about me from the shit that I've said in that one place that we just so happen to meet, I just want that to continue as I go old.
Wow.
That's it. So when I leave behind...
Well, you inspired me to be a teacher, like, for sure. I think that'll be, in the course of a year or two. But, hey, look, that's just written in Sharpie. It says, I will become a yoga teacher.
Why not?
I want to open up. I want to talk. It'll take me a while to get out of my shell, man. But I think when I get into a flow and, I think I can do it. So I want to do that. And, I want to get closer to doing that because, man, like I said, we die. Our friend died. We went to a viewing recently. So that was like the first time it was really apparent in my life. So I'm like, damn, I really don't want to spend the time here, doing stuff I don't want to. Yeah,
Yeah.
We're in Miami, man. We gotta work. This is a really hard game to keep up with,
Yeah, it really is.
So we have to have that sacrifice, and we got that on lock. We don't have a lack of work. We show up to work all the time, every day, and we work today. You work today. You got yoga at 5, at 6. Wish I can go, but I got work at 5. Do you work today?
Yeah, I work at 4.
Nice.
But yeah, man, it's just anything that I can continue to do to be myself and still have people talk about me or think about me, if any at all, in that light, I'm good.
Well, this is gonna live on. This is the power of social media. Sometimes I come across a video that's like 14 years old.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude.
Damn.
This guy 14 years ago did this, and now it did its work, and it reached me, some random guy.
Right.
So I think this is so powerful. This is so beautiful. It's very, very hard.
Even when you have like a random problem, there's some dude on fucking Reddit 5 years ago with the exact really small problem, saving your life right now.
Yeah.
That's why I said you never know when that time for whatever issue is gonna come up.
Yeah.
But we're so stuck in, I need to see it now. The one thing that blew me away, bro, I knew Amazon had same day delivery.
Mm-hmm.
I ordered some shit on Sunday morning at I was already up because I had a client at 5:30, and this is on Sunday, 5:30 a.m.
Okay,
Had a client at 5:30. I was up at 4:30. I ordered some shit off of Amazon, bro. Went to my client, same day delivery. I thought it was gonna be there like 4 or 5, maybe at the latest they'll get it to you there before 7. Bro. Ordered at 4. Client at 5:30. Home at 9:15. Package sitting on my fucking door.
Wow.
And this is on a Sunday. Back in the day, you couldn't get anything on Sunday.
Yeah.
Nothing. No, especially mail. The only way you could get an overnight UPS, FedEx type package on a Sunday, that package was going to cost you over $100 to send. And it had to be very important, a bunch of shit. But the instant gratification that is capable for us to have now, it's no reason why we're always anxious all the goddamn time. You know, and to the point to where we'll get something for Amazon. It'll say overnight delivery or next day. If that shit takes one more day, people get irate.
Oh, yeah.
People get irate. You can't wait. What do you need it?
Money.
Right. What do you need it for right now? If you need it right now, you could have went somewhere and bought that.
Yeah, they've done it to us. You know, I mean, we've gotten so, you know, can't find the word right now.
Programmed. I mean, yeah, they have done it to. I feel like I have a lot of grace for like humans because we are just like smart monkeys, and it's just like we're just like a product of the environment that we're put in, you know, and it's just like our brains have been like Pavloved into this instant gratification, you know, the bell and the drooling.
Yeah,
you know,
100%, 100%.
Really interesting though. This is like completely off topic.
Great.
Yeah, right.
You said something about efficient sleep. And I actually heard something about dogs. That dogs were the reason we were able to evolve because it kind of takes, when we have a dog, it kind of takes some of the bandwidth off of like if we were cavemen, right? And we're here thinking like we're half asleep because we have to like be ready for shit. When you feel your dog next to you, it makes you go into REM quicker.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because you're like, your brain is like, all right, I don't got to worry about it. My dog is like a buffer.
You're subconsciously.
100%. Yeah, man. 100%.
And
And
like one hand on my dog.
we don't do anything efficient. Like, sleep should not be a hobby. You know, you should sleep when it's time to sleep. And a lot of people don't rest. They always want to go to sleep. That means you're not healing. Yeah. You know, and if you get efficient sleep, it's a big part of your mind frame too. Like, there's so many people that are not morning people, but your entire life revolves around the morning. You fucking got kids. You work at 9. How can you hate the morning and you had to wake up to go to school, high school, college, you got a job in the morning because, you know, who doesn't like to party at night? You do all this shit, you have kids, and you're 30 years old and you still hate the morning? What the fuck are you doing? You know, don't talk to me until I have my coffee. What did you do before you started drinking coffee? You were just a horrible person? But you had to wake up, and that's the shit that you said, the Pavlov shit. We would rather complain about what we're going through in the moment instead of just getting your ass up and going.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't realize that they try to like kind of put the square peg into this round hole, and it's just like it's not gonna work until you have a mindset change.
Yeah.
You know?
All.
You're going with this old mind frame to try to be a new person. It's not gonna work because you're just gonna end up reverting back. But do you ever sleep on the floor?
Yeah. That was another one of the beautiful things that yoga changed for me. I didn't know how comfortable a hardwood floor could be. Mm-hmm. You know, and I've slept on the floor before. Growing up where I grew up, making a pallet on the floor.
Cali,
always,
right?
Yeah. Always, man. And when I first started doing yoga, and, you know, I had a long fucking night at work. And
I'm sorry, how old were you when you did yoga?
I started in 2009.
2009, okay.
And I turned
so it's
40. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I just turned 40.
And how long into your practice did you become a teacher?
I just became a teacher 5 years ago.
So you were practicing for a long fucking time.
Yeah. I didn't think I was going to become a teacher. It was beautiful. I became a teacher the exact same way that I became a personal trainer. And this is why I talk so much about the universe. If you do what you like, you'll be surprised what the universe provides. I used to work out a lot in the kitchen, and the chick next to me, she used to work the fry side at Ruby Tuesdays, right? She knew I worked out. She asked if I would train her. I was like, sure, no doubt. She had a membership at Bally's that she never used. Bally's was literally a little bit farther than your front driveway where I pulled in from my house.
Oh, wow.
Right? So I'm like, shit, I'll meet you there all the time. She was a morning person like me.
Nice.
So we used to get there at 5 a.m.
Nice.
She wasn't about that life. You know, she wasn't about that waking up at that early doing shit. So she was like, listen, you're on the gym thing, but I'm not going to do it anymore. You can use it as much as you want.
Wow.
Since I'm that person, I was always at the front door at 4:30. And they noticed I was there, and people would ask me this and they asked me that, just like at yoga, and I would tell them.
Man. You have fucking, sorry to cut you off, but you have an amazing consistency and discipline, you know.
Man.
I lag behind, but every time you're fucking there at your class, bro. You're there at your class.
It'll pay off. Whatever you do,
yeah,
keep doing that shit. Because they approached me, and they asked me if I was a personal trainer. I told them no. They asked me if I wanted to be. I said, yo, I just had a baby girl, and I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money, and
you need to take like a test, right? For
they train you, you pay and some shit, and they were like Bally's. They were a big gym, you know, and they were like,
not anymore.
No, hell no. They're foreign. So, there's so many people that don't even know about Bally's.
I've never heard of it in my life.
Yo, it was a dope fucking gym.
Nice.
But anyway, they were like, we'll certify you in house. Fuck it. You want to give me a free certification, and do I still have to pay for a membership? They're like, no, cool, let's do it, right?
Double whammy.
So they did that shit. That's how yoga crept in the fucking door. Years later, 6 years, maybe about 8 years ago, doing yoga again, yoga studio, walking distance from my house. Trying to find one, couldn't find one, so I was doing CrossFit. You know, I was tired as fuck coming from CrossFit. Took a shortcut on my bike to come back.
Nice.
Yoga studio found me.
Fucking
went up in there. I'm in there. I'm bringing my self-practice and everything from North Carolina. And this is like...
You went to Cali to North Carolina?
Yeah.
Oh, dope.
This is... So I'm in my practice. Cool. People are asking me if I'm a teacher. Signed up for the unlimited shit. They regretted it.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm there often.
Yeah.
People are asking me. I'm showing people. I'm talking to people.
Yeah.
I don't care. You know, if you're interested in what I want to do and you ask me to my face, I'm going to tell you. You know, I got that time, you know.
That's fucking great.
And the owner was there a few times, and one of the owners was always working the front desk, and they asked me if I was a teacher. I told them no. Do you want to be a teacher? I don't got the money, and when I got the money, I don't got the time. When I got the time, I don't got the money. They was like, that's cool.
How my shit's working right now.
This is what we're going to do. We're going to have a free raffle for everybody that's an unlimited member. If you want a free teacher training, put your name in the hat. They rigged the drawing so I could win. So they could give me the teacher training. That's how I became a teacher.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
I didn't think I was going to teach.
Wait, you got certified in North Carolina, or this was in Miami?
North Carolina.
Oh, dope.
No. Out here. I'm sorry.
All good. What was the studio that you did it?
Yoga Factory.
Yoga Factory.
Yeah,
cool.
and Weston.
I've still seen stuff, but you still go there
every now and again. But yeah, cool. Man, I didn't expect to teach. I was gonna teach for them the same way I was gonna be a personal trainer for Bally's. If I was a teacher for them, I didn't have to pay for yoga anymore. Sign me up.
Yeah,
I'll teach a class to not have to pay for yoga ever again. Cool. And
those were like nudges.
Yeah.
From like, you know,
during teacher training, bro, I thought I was just going to learn how to deepen my practice. What I was not expecting, all the shit to come up.
Wow.
All the disconnections, you know, like I learned that help and worry are selfish acts.
Help and worry.
When you want to help somebody and you think you're actually helping them out, and when you worry about people, you think you have their best interests in heart. In reality, you're actually thinking very less of these people.
Wow.
When you worry about somebody to be safe, you don't think that they can take care of themselves, or something may potentially bad happen to them. So you worry for their safety instead of feeling reassured that they're going to make it to where they make it to. You know, and a lot of times when we help people, we don't think that they can do it for themselves.
Yeah, we hurt them.
Right. And when we help people, we do it for them. When we support people, that's when we actually help. Because, you know, if I need help carrying a big ass beam, you're going to give me support. You're going to carry the other side. But if I need help carrying this beam and you say move and you carry it yourself, who did you help?
Yourself.
You know? And I wasn't ready for that shit in teacher training. And I am a very great helper.
How do you know when you're ready? Like when, how do you get certified? Is there like a freaking test, or do you just know?
It's hours. You definitely feel it. You feel it down low
like,
around the root
now
chakra.
I'm a yoga teacher.
Around the root chakra.
But like, because you don't just go into a class and the
a lot of teachers
don't just go
different, man.
But there's like a progression, right? There's a standard progression of how you start and how you like end, right? Like you build it up, because you just don't go freaking hard into it, right? Like you have to understand like what you're working out and all that stuff.
Really, if I could tell anybody, if there's anybody that this ever comes across and you're ever thinking about being a yoga teacher, don't depend on your yoga teacher training to make you a teacher. All you're really going to learn from yoga teacher training is the safety of sequencing and how to sequence. And when I say sequencing, I mean like, in class, you're never going to be in class and be like, all right, everybody, let's start child's pose. Okay. Full wheel.
Yeah.
You're not going to do that.
You have to flow into it.
Right. You got to warm the body up, shit like that. So they teach you the importance of that. They teach you the planes of motion, the sagittal plane, the frontal plane, how you move, where you move, how opposite we work. If you want to twist to the left, if you really want to twist deep, you're going to have to press the lower right side down, because if you just keep twisting to the left, you start to turn because this hip comes. Yeah. But if you want to twist, like to twist your back, you keep your hips here. And what do? You open this only, and this stays. In order for this to stay, this side has to stay down. Yeah. So they teach you how to deepen yourself, how to move yourself. They teach you some lineage. If it's a halfway decent teacher training, they'll teach you lineage of where the practice came from.
That's very interesting.
Not saying that you have to use it. It's not going to make you a better yoga teacher. It's not going to do anything except for just give you a bit more knowledge to go on. You never know what you might connect with. And they teach you how to conduct a sequence for the most part. They teach you about the body. They teach you about internal rotation, external rotation, just how you move very efficiently. And how in class, everybody has everything. Everybody has ankles, feet, knees. But when you look at somebody move, you can tell the subtle differences. Like both of these people might have a very shallow forward fold, but this person, you could tell their left hip is tight because as they're folded over, their left hip is lifted like this. This other person might have bad knees because both of their hips are level, but their knees are bent. Their knees are bent pretty deep. They should be lower, and they're not. So there's a tightness there. And then there might be that third person that has good knees, good hips, but they have tight shoulders. So their forward fold is more so this way rather than that way. Right. And that's what the teacher training should show you, how to look at a body.
And you learn as you teach. Like every time I've taught somebody else something that I know, it just only made me better because I'm like greater solidifying my own knowledge about something. And then they'll ask me a question that it kind of makes me think about like, why do I do this like this? And then like you just kind of further cement and like densen your knowledge about certain things.
100%. But the one thing I can say about being a teacher, I had someone recently ask me, because I subbed a class at a studio for Equinox that I definitely don't sub. And she was a new person, and she liked the verbiage and everything. And she asked me where I got my certification. She led down this road. I asked her if she wanted to be a teacher. She said, yeah. And she was asking me where I got my certification from because she wanted to know if they taught me what to say. Like my Dharma shit in class. She wanted to know Dharma.
It's like
Dharma is the yoga language word for, the talking that I do in class that has nothing to do with the poses. Yeah. That's Dharma.
Gotcha.
When I used to practice yoga, that's a very big part of practice. This is why I'm finding out that a lot of people like me and they call me different, because no one does Dharma anymore. No one talks about how yoga and life should coincide.
We all just like almost become one when you're talking. You know, like no one else is talking.
No one else talks.
You know
What happened?
The eternal and inherent nature of reality, regarded in Hinduism as a cosmic law underlying right behavior and social order.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, if you want to experience some amazing Dharma, go to Body for Yoga and visit Tazz Carter.
That's, and that's what she wanted to know. And then when I asked her, why did she want to be a yoga teacher? She wanted to make people feel like I made her feel.
She wanted to emulate it.
But that's shaky ground. If your goal is to motivate people, your efforts can become tainted real easy, because you'll say and do whatever you can to try and get these people motivated, even if you don't believe that shit. And that's not a great energy to come from. I don't ever want to actively try to give you guys a good class. I never want to give you guys advice. I never try to inflict or push my thoughts on anybody. It's just what I'm saying, how I'm saying. This is why I always ask questions in class.
Yeah.
This is why you'll never hear me say, this is what you should do. You'll never hear me say, even in class when we're flowing, you should feel this. People will try to feel that and not pay attention to what they're doing. Like if I tell you, oh, you should feel this in your hamstring, and you got open hips and open legs and you don't feel it, you're going to try too hard. Yeah. And if you try to feel it in your hamstrings, you're going to hyperextend your knee, because that's the only other thing that you can do. So it's very shaky when you get into what you get into. I'll never tell anybody don't be a yoga teacher, but if you do want to go and your message that you want to spread authenticity, how it means and what it means to you, and complete integration from authentic spirit to authentic movement. Even if that means you got a bum hip, or if your belly is in the way, move authentically as you can with those circumstances. Instead of thinking you have to move the belly out of the way to get into that twist. What if you're fucking happy? Like my homeboy Darnell, he's a big dude. Mm-hmm. He likes being a big dude.
Like
heavy. Okay. He's a heavy dude. Yeah. But he's very light on his feet. He likes to eat bad shit.
Yeah.
And is not gonna change his diet.
Yep.
But also, he doesn't use his size as a crutch. Darnell will walk. Bro, I ain't gonna run. I can't run. And if I do, it ain't gonna be as far as you want. I'll walk with you everywhere.
Some people can be like full health wise and they won't even have that Darnell's mindset.
Right.
It's all about mindset in life, man. That's
100%.
So beautiful to hear. That's
my boy,
awesome.
he just, he's a big dude, like I said, and he'll play sports. He'll play football. He ain't about to go out for no pass. He will block everybody. Basketball, he's not running up and down the court. Ain't nobody getting inside.
Gotcha.
He's down for activity, but he knows how he is, and he's going to apply that shit from his level. And he'll never try and do some shit. You want to go work out with Darnell? Cool. He'll come to the gym with me? Cool. He's not going to run on the treadmill, but he will ride that fucking bike.
Nice.
And not the recliner one. The sit-up one where your fucking ass get a rash. More, yeah. So a lot of people try to use their own situation as a hindrance. Oh, well, I can't do this because I'm this. I can't do that because I'm this. Nah, you can. You just want to do it like that, and because you can't, this is your excuse. You'll never get better at it until you start. If you want to do that, but you say you got to get in better shape, but you don't want to do anything to get in better shape, you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You want to do that but you don't want to do the work to get there.
Yeah, everything's scary, but man, there's a
And
quote.
that's why people are cutting themselves.
Damn, yeah.
We would rather cut it and get it shaped by somebody else than build it ourselves and keep it forever. That I don't understand, man.
Me neither, man.
None of this shit is gonna look good.
Well, it's fucking hard. It's hard.
Invasive.
Some people have money to. They're just like this. It's easier for me to spend this bread than for me to spend my time.
100%. 100%. I don't got time to get healthy. I need to be cut right now.
Yeah.
I need to be snatched for the summer and it's 2 weeks away. What?
Yeah, no.
Yo, they used to say it when I was young. You know, this plastic surgery isn't gonna heal well. The shit that they're getting done now is so outrageous.
And it's all new.
It's not going to heal well because it's just too outrageous.
Yeah.
You know, like that shit. We've all seen the old lady with the lip injections.
Yeah.
That's what everyone's gonna
Too
look.
much, and hey, I'm all for everyone's personal choice and freedom and all that stuff, but I almost feel bad sometimes. I see a really beautiful girl, and then she, just a lot of stuff done.
BBL bandits.
Yeah, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Break the word down, bro.
No, man, and it's just it's come to the point to where now it's very easy to judge because you see that beautiful girl and she's beautiful, and then it's like, fuck, as soon as she gets closer, it's like, I could see what got done. Like I can see.
There's one thing that me personally, I'm very cautious on who I'm with, but that I don't have anything. I'm as open as you can ever be with a human. I don't care about color, hair, all that shit. But man, for me, if you're the type of person that is gonna get work done and stuff like that, you're just not in the same realm as me. I don't know. I hope that doesn't come off as disrespectful and shit.
No,
But that's just me.
And there is.
I'm sorry, guys.
There's a.
There's no one.
There's a limit. There's a limit. You want work done. You got the money to get work done. Get that shit done.
Yeah.
Make it believable.
Yeah, and I think there's.
Why do you got to go all the way out?
Yeah.
And it kind of okay, let's say you were fucking 350 pounds and you lost 180. You lost half of your fucking body weight and you have loose skin, and you want to cut that shit off. Yeah, well, congratulations, you lost your fucking weight. You don't need to walk around with all that loose skin for what?
100%. 100%. But we got people that are getting fat on purpose so they could just put it in their ass and forgetting about the thighs.
It's crazy.
How do you justify that? How do you justify?
Yeah. And we're not only talking about plastic surgery too, and what about the bands and the
everything?
Man.
It's
just an easy way out, and hey, some people need that. Stuff. We're just so far from our where we at. All of us need
no personal accountability.
Yeah.
Cut me, staple me, tie me, plastic me up, do whatever you gotta do so I don't have to control myself.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
You know what, too, though? It's the food in the United States also.
Oh, man, yeah.
You can find I know people that travel, they go to Europe and they're fucking pasta, wine, bread. They come back and I lost 15 pounds.
Half of the shit.
They're walking all the fucking time. Walking is the most natural thing.
Yeah.
If you're walking and you can eat and but you're active and you're moving, and that's the most important thing. People go to Europe and come back lighter after eating way more.
Yeah.
Everything.
Walking 30 miles a day.
Everything.
It's all about balance and mindset too. And if you're not an alchemist, man, and you ingest things, I know what's bad for me and what isn't, but man, if I have a drink or if I smoke something like one of the nicotine things, I'm almost like an alchemist, man. I know what I'm doing. I'm not gonna punish myself for doing it, and I almost end up better than if I didn't, because my mind, when you tell me not to do something, I'm like, fucking give me that right now and I will kill you for it.
Man, it's personal accountability. It's personal accountability. That's what it all comes down to. If you want to do that shit, do it. Don't use it as an excuse afterwards.
Yeah.
I tell a lot of people I think I'm healthy. I feel I'm healthy overall, but do I have a diet? No. What do I eat? Everything? When? All the fucking time. all the time. But I know if I stop moving,
Yes.
if I consume and don't do, and consume and don't do, the only thing that's gonna happen is my fault.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, you have to be accountable. I tell everybody, I only work out because I smoke weed and I like burgers with cheese and bacon and pulled pork. Yesterday, yo, son, yesterday, yoga teacher, yesterday for the 4th of July, I had a burger with pepper jack cheese, bacon. I make ribs where that you can pull the bones out dry. So pull the bone out, barbecue sauce on top of the burger with sweet potato fries.
Damn, brother.
That was my burger.
Yeah.
With macaroni and cheese. We had baked beans that had turkey in it because, you know, yeah. Hugging. What else did we have? The most buttery, gooey corn.
On the cob or just like?
On the cob.
Oof.
Man.
Bro, I didn't even eat anything yesterday.
And greens. You know, and that was the only thing that was extra was all the stuff on the burger. A regular day, just feeling it. My burgers are either always thick with bacon, guaranteed. Like, that's just regular. Pepper jack cheese, bacon, and either double patty or thick.
Yeah, that's your fuel, man.
Period.
Fuel.
You know, and I know I like to eat those. I know I like to eat like that.
Same, dude. Same. I ask him. I eat
Pizza
like crazy.
in the morning, tacos for breakfast.
Hell yeah.
Fucking, I know if I don't stay physically active, I'll die.
Yeah.
This is why I work out.
You found your balance. Yeah,
Right.
You found your balance.
I work out so I can do the shit that I do.
Yeah.
I don't work out so I can try and look a certain way and then restrict
Tazz is
myself
40 years old, by the way. Right?
Well, I'll be 41 now. I'll be telling people.
When's your birthday?
October.
October. What day?
It's 16th.
16th. Cool,
It's
man.
closer now than it is from last year. I keep telling in class, well, you know, I just recently turned 40. Shit, I turned 40 in October last year. It's already July. You know,
Yeah.
I'll be 41 sooner than I turned 40.
Wow, dude. You could be my dad. I'm turning 25
Damn!
July 30th.
See, now, I only feel old very rare.
Yeah.
Whenever my daughter ages up, I feel old.
How old is your daughter?
18.
18? Oh my
18.
God. What's her name, by the way? If you don't mind.
Lashea.
Lashea.
Lashea Carter.
Cool. Carter.
Man, she...
Wait, I'm so sorry. What is up with Tazz? Was that your born name or what the fuck?
No. Ooh.
All right, you can go into this after you were saying that, or just do what you do.
Tazz,
we can probably stop it in like 15 minutes. You know, you probably have to go. It'll be like 1:30. Oh no, it's already 1:40. So we'll stop in 15.
Word up. Well, Tazz came from always moving, man.
You have a Tasmanian devil tattooed on your fucking back.
On my back and on my stomach.
No way. You have the same one in the back?
No, it's a different one.
Okay,
it's
cool.
a different one.
Two different versions. You were fucking committed, bro.
But that honestly, that's the only real tattoo that I wanted. The
Nice.
one on my back. Yeah.
Nice.
But,
man.
you know, unlike some people, I don't like pain and I don't like needles.
Yeah.
So, you know.
No, I don't like that shit, but I
got that one
I
first.
fucking hate it.
Then I got
Dope. That was your first
that one.
That's a horse.
Yep.
From far, it kind of looks like a rose.
Yeah.
I
need some more shit on it.
What does this say?
Buddha love.
Buddha love.
Yeah.
Buddha love it.
Exactly. From that. More so.
Really?
From that.
Buddha love it. Buddha.
Yeah, buddy.
Yo, my dad
And,
used to play that. It's so funny.
But the Tazz thing.
That is such a great tattoo.
Just always moving. I was a small kid.
Did someone give it to you or
my mom?
Your mom?
Yeah, my mom says she has Looney Tune children. Like all of us,
I love
are
just
like
their own
Looney Tunes.
personalities.
Yeah.
Fucking.
And I was the Tazz. I was the smallest one and left the most destruction behind.
Nice.
Like I didn't stop moving. When I used to, when she used to feed me as a kid, she would sit in a chair and she would just feed me and she would let me run around. And then when I was hungry, I'd come back, she'd feed me and I'd run around. You know, and that's one of the reasons why I feel like I'll be slightly thin forever.
Yeah.
Just
always burning all this energy.
Oh my God.
Like him. He like Miguel just has so much energy. If you see him reach out his hand, he's like shaking like the motherfucker got Parkinson's.
Going.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and I've been on vacation with him, and like he wakes up, he slept 5 hours, like I'm on go mode, and it's ridiculous.
Bro, I'll tell you, when I need to sleep, I will sleep. But you know, I move, man. I move, and you know, I don't think I've slept more than I've lived. I've definitely lived more than I've slept for sure. There's some people, man, that bro, they'll sleep for 12 hours, man.
I don't understand that.
I could never, man. All right, you know, if I don't sleep for like 3 or 4 days, and then I'll take like, bro, I'll sleep like 12 to 14 hours because when my body needs it, man, don't worry about me. I will rest, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna, you know. So, all right, cool, Tazz.
I do have one question. I got a question.
Yeah. Oh shit, for sure.
Me and Fabio was talking about this today. Are you deep part ginger?
I do have red hair.
Yeah.
I have red blonde
And
hair.
she was like, I was like, and a kid that young
yeah.
is not gonna dye his beard that color.
Dude, a lot of people come up to me and say, "Oh, what products do you use? What do you use in your hair? What did you dye it with? Or is that a perm? Are those extensions?"
Right.
You know, that's so. It's almost insulting to me.
So much.
I'm like, motherfucker. I just got out of the shower. This is water. Yo. But once a month, I'll go to the Dominican ladies. I just went today. I went to the Dominican ladies, bro. They get me in the chair there. They brush my hair. They put shampoo and conditioner, and that's it. I go once a month. Every other day after that, water. I don't put shampoo or conditioner in my hair.
But
water.
I completely understand what you feel about that extension shit because so many of me's have been getting so much of this in their hair. Motherfuckers ask me all the time, yo, that's your real hair? Ooh,
oh my God.
That shit, it destroys me. It destroys me. And I've been growing my locks since 2001.
No way. You've cut them, though, a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm too active.
Yeah,
like, when I see
bro.
all these guys with these long-ass dreads, to me, I'm like, y'all niggas don't do shit. I know you don't do shit.
Yeah, that's just
you don't do anything active, G. And if you do, it don't look like you came from that. You definitely came from the island. Like the dudes from the island, they do shit, but their hair is put up in a certain type of way.
Yeah.
Like me, working in the kitchen for so long, I've worked with so many guys. I was like, man, I had to cut my locks because I worked in the kitchen. That let me know right there, your locks look like trash. You can't be back here serving steaks and slanging food and your shit looking like that, G.
Yeah.
There's about 10 people over a 20-year career that has ever seen me with my hair down from the kitchen. I kept my shit up. No, they're not gonna.
On point.
You're not gonna have an excuse. Nah, I'm not. No.
Yep.
My work outshines your opinion of my hair, and this shit is staying tight. Yep. Nope. But man, locks. Yeah. First time when I got into running, North Carolina, I got a good spring day. I like running in the rain when it's not cold. Because I can't take anything. I can't take my phone. I can't and you know,
run in the rain.
As a little kid, who doesn't want to fucking run in the rain?
Everyone. No one wants to touch rain.
I ran in the rain, and that was when was the first time I felt the weight of my hair, bro. I thought I was just tired and you know dogging it, running home like this.
Yeah.
When I woke up in the morning, worst crick in my neck I've had ever in my life, bro. It was like running with a wet mop on my head. Immediately, you know, I cut off like that much of my dread.
Wow.
They were
man,
like,
you feel the lightness.
Oh yeah. Especially like you cut. Yeah, I cut
and bro, you know when they brush your hair out or when you maintain it or anything, man. When you come out of that like cleansing, you feel like energy. The energy just I mean, even when I take a shower. When I take a shower, man, when I'm from outside, not even coming from yoga, or just in general, I just feel like the energy just fucking wiping off of me. And
I put my bun on the scale the other day. Because I had hair like down to here.
Yeah.
And I put it on the scale, it was 3 ounces.
Damn.
The fact that you still have your hair.
I had it in a bun and the barber just kind of like
cut
it off. And
shout out to Jay.
Plastic bag.
Jesus. But see, honestly too, that's another reason why I feel everything is always connected. Like you guys know that story of Samson, right?
Samson. No, I don't know.
Old school what was it, Greek? Yeah, it's Greek mythology.
Really?
Samson had long hair, and that's where he got his power from. Fell in love with the woman. The woman made him cut his hair, and he became a weak man.
Man, you know what? Sorry, that's one of the reasons I didn't want to join the military. They wanted me to cut my hair, and they didn't want.
That was me too.
Yeah, you have to cut that shit. You have to cut your strength, and you take in all that shit. But
Samson.
in the world, ritualistically, our hair has so many properties for us personally.
I think it's like an extension of your nervous
100%.
system.
100%. And over, especially in like Asia, when you have a hard time in your life and you want to change that shit around, you cut your hair off.
As a rebirth.
That's why monks cut their hair off. You have to be reborn and leave that. That's the last physical connection of the unworldliness that you have to leave behind. This is why I've never really liked weaves. And when I was watching a video and the lady put that shit into perspective, why do you think a lot of these bitches out here that wear these weaves is very ratchet? Because it might be human hair, yeah. But where do you think they fucking getting that hair from? They're getting that hair because these people are cutting out the bad part. Right. And you're putting that shit into your head. And then you're wondering why your life is going.
Everything is energy, bro. Even shoes.
Everything.
That's why people were like, donate your hair. I'm like, that doesn't feel right to
that
donate
is
my hair.
No. Hell no.
But I did feel clean. Like, I cut my hair and it's like I'm a new person right now.
Yeah, bro. You really changed it. You really changed up the game, you know.
That's what everybody should take a clip. Like your split ends.
Yeah.
Why do you think your ends split?
Yeah.
It's just like if you pop a towel so much, the end of that pop towel will start to just fray. Because that's the extent of that energy just fucking leaving.
Yeah.
You have to cut that shit off. You know, and it's very, very weird at what's going on now. Because energy, spirits, and all these things are coming to the light now. And we are as crazy as we've ever been. And I feel like, you know, anything that's brought to the forefront will come out in droves. Everybody's trying to be spiritual. Motherfuckers don't understand. Demons are spirits.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to be spiritual with this fake shit, with these crystals, with these chants, with these
I'm hiding all my crystals right now.
What do you think you're bringing? What spirit do you think you're bringing? You're bringing a fake spirit out. You're promoting this fakeness because you think this materialistic bullshit is going to make you better when you haven't changed your ways.
But you were inherently whole in the first place. So you need to look within yourself. And that's what's crazy about religion in general, because it's like, you need to go to this place to find your spirituality. It's like, motherfucker, if I was made in God's image, then why can't I look within myself?
Right. That's where we should all look. And I tell people a lot, you know, they asked me, I never thought I would be a rock person, like the rock crystal person. And it happens, well, I feel it happens. It should happen naturally as you start not even grounding, but becoming grounded.
Yeah.
And even, like, I'm getting sick of that shit now, too, because it's becoming a demographic. We don't understand how weird it is to normalize grounding. You know, oh, you need to go outside and ground. What? Take your shoes off and go stand outside like we all used to do? You know, and this whole cold plunge shit, it's being fed to us as scientific this and scientific that. No, it's taking us back to our essential beginning when all we had was cold ass rivers to bathe in. You know, that was that. And these cold plunges readjust everything because those cold ass rivers
feels freaking good.
Amazing.
Those
cold ass rivers are literally cold living earth flowing through to wash you energy. That energy, you know, and
mineral water.
100%. People aren't understanding the bullshit that they're pulling out. You know, like energy is real. Frequency is real.
It's everything.
And
it's basically everything.
We've brought forth so much of it to the forefront, it's not stable.
Yeah.
You know, like my crystals and my rocks, I like the crystal and the rock thing. I don't feel that they're spiritually protective. I don't feel that it's none of that. Honestly, I like my rocks and my crystals because they connect to me in a feeling through grounding.
Nice.
Like that rock is stable. It looks however it is from wherever it's from, and no matter wherever it goes, that rock is going to be consistent and solid. however it is. You know, so to me, my rocks and my crystals show me you can be solid no matter where the fuck you go. Even if shit starts to chip away from you, you can still be solid and hold your purpose. Your crystals, you can be shiny and beautiful and dirty all at the same time. Like, I love raw crystals. I really don't like the polished ones.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a crystal comes out of the ground raw, and then you take it somewhere, people touch it, and then they put it in things that's not spring water and shit, and then they put other shit on it because they got to pack it, and then people drive it. It takes a whole lot of fucking, it's just...
Yo, it's deep. Yeah, you're right.
So many things in between, you know? So even, at least if it's raw, it skips the processing.
Yeah.
You know? It gets dug up, broke, probably cleaned off a bit, and then gone.
Thrown off, yeah.
You know, gone. That's one of the reasons why I had a student invite me to Colorado, and I have to go take him up on that offer.
Mine them?
Yep.
I would love to do that.
They were trying to sell me on Colorado, and they were like, do you like crystals? Real shit. I already judged them. I was like, these people are about to tell me about some hippie crystal shop in Colorado next to a dispensary. No, he was like, yo, him and his boy got they have a plot. And they dig up their own fucking crystals. Yo,
amazing.
Dope.
to dig up your own crystal that no one has ever seen ever.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be a quartz or whatever the fuck it is, but this crystal, no one has ever seen
It's
it.
for you, basically.
Yeah, 100%.
It's made for you.
So
That's
if
amazing.
you are from all this, if you are going to connect to something, make sure it's for you and not an image. Spirituality is you, not something that you do.
Not an aesthetic.
Oh my God. Oh
Like
my
that
God.
one girl, that one white girl with the dreads. She's hot.
She's
but-
hot as fuck. that says she lives in her camper.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she sings the songs and she does.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that one.
Yo, son. Yeah, no, that is anti-spiritualism right there.
Because it's like her ego. It's like, or not even just her, but just in general, like people that have like the spiritual aesthetic, like don't realize that it's their own ego coming out. Like,
right. You don't. If you're spiritual, you don't really promote that shit. You are that, and it just resonates. Like, people ask me, am I spiritual all the time? I don't know. I don't try to be. I mean,
motherfucker, I'm a spirit in a meat bag. With
man, I'm telling you, aren't you? Like,
We all are.
How do you be spiritual? That's the fucked up part. And people think you can be that,
Dude,
you know?
one day God was lonely and decided to split their consciousness into 7 billion humans. And now this is us interacting with each other. So we're not lonely anymore.
100%. He was like, you know what?
Shit kind of boring.
Right.
Get some bitches in here.
Yo, hey, that's why they came second. Everything done second is always better. But
Wow.
sometimes it has too much of an ego
Yeah.
because it's better.
That's true.
Yo, but
I think that does it. I think we're
Yeah.
good.
Dude, you want to hear something funny? This is like our first time having someone, that's not in our friend group come. And I was worried. I was like, what the hell are we going to talk about? Me and him were like, yo, let's write down questions and stuff. We didn't write down one fucking question.
good.
We just flowed. You fucking killed it. You crushed it. Thanks so much for being here, man. And, yeah, let's do this. Fuck yeah.
No doubt.
Thank you
I
so
feel
much.
like, this was like a
Fucking good.
this is how I feel interviews should go.
Yeah.
If you wanna interview somebody and you wanna get to know them, don't ask questions.
Yeah.
Talk.
Yeah.
Fucking talk.
Yeah. And we're learning, man. We're these are the first. I have 2 videos posted. I'm learning about the angles. I'm learning about the mics.
Yeah.
Learning about the positioning,
All
and
stuff.
I know I'm gonna laugh in 3 years. I'm gonna keep doing this.
But see, this is one of the things that you can help me with.
Yeah.
Because so many fucking people ask me, do you get a podcast? Do you get a podcast? You should have a podcast. You should. A lady told me yesterday that
I'm
I
so
should
blessed
have
that this was your first podcast ever, dude. Like, yeah,
a
fuck yeah.
meditation app.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, because we did I think I chose to do a yin class or something. And the lady
Well,
was like, yeah.
I listened to your Spotify. Tazz Carter. What is it?
Yeah, inner check-in.
Inner check-in.
I think
Tazz
she put
Carter.
Fabi
I can
put
probably
another
put the
one up
link
there.
of the Spotify. Those classes really helped me out. Whenever.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. I got a promo. Okay,
Yeah.
hold on.
Yeah. Plug yourself in, bro. Plug yourself in.
Check me out if you like or if you want to know about Dharma or what it is. I got I guess you could call them podcasts. I'm on Spotify. Tazz Carter Inner Check-In. Spell it just like that. Inner starts with an I, not an E. You know who you are. But yeah, it's yoga. It's a sunrise.
And if you really
flow.
want to experience the Dharma, then go to
Two Z's, definitely two Z's for copyright infringement.
Yeah, and if you really want to experience the Dharma, go to Body for Yoga,
In
Yoga
Hialeah.
Studio, Hialeah,
Yeah.
Past the Flanagans.
6 a.m. Mondays, Tuesdays, 7:30. Yeah, fuck yeah, this was fucking awesome. And I guess they sent me this to do the podcast. They sent me this for free. Shout out to Zipstring. We love you.
Yo, those things are dope. I've always seen them online.
You probably fucked around with this in your day.
Yeah, that's all we had.
Yeah.
That's all we had. Oh, we were so boring.
That shit is fun to play with.
It is.
Wait, we can all play with something.
Oh, yeah?
This is the best.
For the
shit.
outro.
Yeah, right?
That's how I gotta be. You know, you gotta be weird a little bit. Oh, the click clacks?
Yeah, dude, I used to be a professional. Now I lost it.
Yo, I've
I
had.
feel like there was like an anime character that used that as a weapon, the click clacks.
Who was it?
Like it's either JoJo's or Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter. Gone. He had one. My mom used to kick my ass for those. I couldn't have those.
Oh man, when you start it, bro, it gets so fucking annoying.
Yo.
Bro, he cannot come in my house and not break one thing.
I have that friend as well. My boy Raul Cepeda. I call him Wreck-It Ralph.
Fuck yeah. Yo, this was awesome.
It was.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
It was.
Being here. Thanks
It was
for being
amazing.
here, bro. Fuck
No
yeah.
doubt. Anytime, G.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Fuck yeah. This was great.